Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, once again, it's absolutely freezing here in the shed quarters at Film My Run. But welcome along, welcome to the Eddie Izzard Day 10 Run for Hope. Oh, hang on a minute, that's not right. Bear with me 1 second while I just sort that out. We don't want that, we want that one there. Okay, now it should be better. Hello Darren, hello Tina. We are going to run with Eddie, so let's just put that on. Right, so if you have never run with Eddie before, you log in, you make sure that you have Eddie as a follow, you're following Eddie, and you make sure you click the star which says favourite on the companion app as well. So once Eddie is one of your followers, or you're following Eddie and he is a favourite of yours, when you log in, you might have to scroll down a bit. Look how far we've had to scroll down. So there's the pace partners at the top. We have to scroll down quite a long way before we find Eddie. When we see Eddie, we click on Eddie and we click run with Eddie. So Victoria's going to get the treadmill going and we are on our way. Click run with Eddie and then it'll take 2 minutes just to get the screen loaded. Ed Wiley, hello buddy. And thank you, Atana. That doesn't quite sound right. Jason Mitchell, hi Stephen and Victoria. We're trying to all run in blue, supporting Eddie. Eddie has named us Team Humanity to run in blue. Okay then. So, well, we'll try. What we can do is we can go into the garage and change colours, and then Victoria can catch up again. So, you want a blue T-shirt, right? Let's go into the garage. And shirt, and we'll find a blue shirt. That one will do. Close, back, there we go. Right, so Eddie's at 20.8 kilometres, so Victoria's going to run a half marathon with Eddie today. Darren Van Dit's just finished a 1:28 half marathon. Well done, Darren, good job. So Vic's going to do 21k with Eddie today. Jason Mitchell is running. Rebecca is running. David Tiplady is running. Van Hook is running. Well done, Van Hook. And who else have we got? And notice we're running at the desert today. So we did have a conversation yesterday with Richard Mellick, who has sorted out Eddie's runs so far on Zwift, and we suggested to Richard that maybe we could choose some different routes. So that's what we've done for today. We are on the desert route today, and hopefully that means we go around the Titans Grove in the forest as well. Depends what route we're actually on, but if anybody's been running for a while, David Tiplady's done the whole thing. Have you been through the forest? Rebecca's done the whole thing as well. Well done, guys. And of course we have Eddie's stream as well live, so if we click on this button here, we get rid of the music and we see exactly what Eddie is doing, so we can see where he is. He's just hit 21 kilometres, so that's all good. So any messages you want to say hello, please do. Ed Wiley says Finding Eddie is a challenge when using Apple TV. It's not too bad on here, it's fairly easy. It is freezing, Marcus, really cold. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but I mean it can't be. Right, when we went running earlier on out with the kids, it was 0, so it's not much more than that here. I've just had official word back from Zwift HQ. We cannot do Zwift shirts. Apparently they wanted to, but the timeline was too short. Even now it's too late. It's too late now to do it. So apparently, I don't know why, I don't know the reason why, but that's the answer I've got from Zwift HQ this morning. Where's your phone? I need to get on there. I'm doing too much stuff with my hands. It's alright, no, it's fine. Which one? This one? It's still working. Atana 007 says Victoria is in the desert, so she'll soon warm up. Right, ride-ons dropping for everyone. So that's from Victoria. So well done so far. Rebecca Wensley and David Tiplady have done the whole thing. Yes, we saw dinosaurs. Nice one, Jason. Jason Mitchell's done the whole thing as well. Good. Oh, unfortunately. Yeah. So, no way to get official kit, unfortunately. It's not going to happen. Right, we're here for the duration for 21 kilometres, 3 hours now, from now to the end of the run at around about 6:10. So it's good to know that we are on a different route, more interesting than running round the virtual run path on the beach and through the volcano, although that is interesting, but once you've done it 7 or 8 times in a row, it's probably time for a change. So that's why yesterday we suggested to Richard, Rebecca says it wouldn't fly at my workplace. That's why we suggested to Richard yesterday that we do a different route today. So although Eddie is in charge of choosing what routes she does, I'm sure she's always up for suggestions, and so we're pleased that today we're on the desert and going through the forest. Yeah. Is that something you know? I've never heard that phrase before. Yeah. So any questions, pop them in the chat. I'll try and answer. I will be nipping in to try and get warm every so often. Oh, now why have we got Mayfield written up there? Look on the screen. It says we're on the Mayfield. I'm going to change that. I'm going to write in exactly what it is that we're doing. So bear with me while I just do a little bit of work here. I'll probably cut the stream off doing this, but never mind. Main title text. Okay. 64. So I need to look for tab 64. There we are, tab 64. Now we can edit tab 64 and make it say the right thing. Okay. What do we think of that? Let's have a look. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Ugh. That needs sorting out. That's rubbish, isn't it? Let me move it then. Hang on a sec. Right. Oh, look at that. Okay. General position. Right. Now, do we do that? Eddie Izzard 31 in 31, or do we do Eddie Izzard 31 marathons day 10 or something like that, or 31 marathons in 31? It's not going to fit on the screen, is it? Okay. But then that means we have to change it every day. Is that too much? 30, that fits, doesn't it? That's all right. Okay. Yeah. So I can see Jason and David and Rebecca have all done the full so far. Rebecca is possibly going to try for the whole thing. Nice one, Rebecca. And Jason, possibly. Yeah. Dropped a few. Blimey, that's a big group of cyclists. I've just dropped a load of ride-ons there, obviously in Victoria's name, and most of the cyclists got those. Ed Wiley says, I couldn't imagine that distance, even trying that for one day, never mind 31. Cubitus83 on Twitch says, can we see the programme somewhere? What do you mean the programme? When you say the programme, what do you mean by the programme? Do you mean the software programme, or do you mean the programme of events? Eddie Izzard is running 31 marathons in 31 days, every day for the next however many days we have left, 21 days left. It's not a scheduled event, but it's just Eddie running 31 marathons every day, starting at midday UK time. So that's 12 o'clock UK time every day. For the next 21 days. Right, I've just noticed a problem then. I'm not getting updates from the computer for some reason. Loads, I'll get you some more in a minute. I'm eating too many of Victoria's sweets. These are supposed to be to give Victoria extra energy while she runs. But actually, I'm just eating them because I like sweets. Well, we should be getting updates of ride-ons and things like that, but it doesn't seem to want to connect to the computer. Yeah. It's not letting me do it for some reason. I don't know why. Kubitus. Okay, no problem. That's fine. You've probably got better English than I have your language, so don't worry about it. Yes, the schedule, just basically every day for 31 days until the end of January. Right, let's just see if I can find data sources. Data sources manager. Might be alright now. Might have fixed it there. Sorry, I'm just messing about with stuff on my stream. As you can see at the bottom, no, it's not right at the moment. Normally, we have at the bottom there the number of ride-ons that we've been given and the number of ride-ons that we've handed out. But that number there is from yesterday's stream and it hasn't updated for some reason. So that's a bit frustrating. But it's because there's obviously some computer error going on. But let's see if it manages to update. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I've got to do this though first. We've still not done the full thing. No, that's not right. No, oh, it's gone off again. I've got some internet problem and it's not letting me. It's not letting me update everything. It's only letting me have text as a table. Oh, hang on a minute. I think... I've just realised what I've done wrong. I haven't actually started any of the... Okay. Right, I might just have to do something that might put something on the screen. I'll tell you what we'll do. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to flick quickly to Eddie Izzard's stream. Bear with me. Wanda, if you're trying to join, make sure you're on Watopia. Make sure that Eddie Izzard is... make sure you follow Eddie Izzard, Wanda. So on the Zwift companion app, go to Find Zwifters. Oh, on a break. Yeah, look, he's on a break. He's slowed down to a walk.
Do it now, so I'll put in...
Well, that's probably out.
Sorry.
So yeah, make sure you find Eddie Izzard by looking at Find Zwifters. Type in Eddie Izzard's name. Then make sure you select Eddie to follow Eddie. And then the next button next to that is also a star. Click that and you will be notified whenever Eddie is running. Once you've done that and you log on to Zwift, once you've logged onto Zwift, you'll need to scroll down quite a bit to find Eddie's name. Click on Eddie's name and it will say run with Eddie. Right. I apologise that I'm just doing something on the local computer here, so you can't see it. Because you can't. Where is it? There we are. Okay. Let's just do that.
The armed forces community, and a lot of which use the services of Walking with the Wounded. So,
is that a video that's playing? Dave, or am I? No, you're live. I'm back live. So I'm having a pit stop at live, but yeah. So it's just if anyone's Zwift, we've suddenly got into this blue shirt thing.
Okay, so Victoria's just going to go to the loo while I fiddle around with some other stuff.
Yeah. So anyone is listening, Rebecca? Yes, I know I've changed my mind, but I'm just trying to get this. If anyone wants to, probably no one's going to change their shirt. But anyway, I just kind of like the idea of the blue shirt. A team humanity. But anyway, you don't have to do it. Just I should drink more water. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's always a good time for that.
Honey sandwich.
You doing right?
Yeah. Chris, Sussex Geezer, you're in blue. Thank you.
Get ready.
Thank you.
Good job.
Right, we've sorted the issue with the ride-ons, so that's good.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a great idea, isn't it?
Thanks, Jerry.
It should just go
Jason Darby, good afternoon.
No problem, Chris.
Chris Sussex Geezers just had a shout out from Eddie. Apparently, must have had, everyone's
Okay,
must have had a
30
shout
seconds,
out
I'm
then.
gonna start running again.
Normally, when Eddie has a pit stop, it goes silent, doesn't it? And they cut the sound off, and Eddie goes away and has a wee or a drink or something. But he's just standing on the treadmill there.
Okay, gonna start in 3 seconds. Here we go. Okay, pit stop over.
Right, back on with the music. I think we are slowly... Aren't we? What are we? Team Humanity, okay. Oh, yes, sorry. You'd go mad, wouldn't you? Just drop back a little bit. I usually like to leave. Yeah, I like to leave just a little bit behind so that we can see Eddie on the screen. Actually, you won't go the wrong way. If camera angles are on, you won't go the wrong way because we're going through the desert. So there's hardly any... there's no turns. Well, there aren't any turns. There's only when you get to the end, when you go to the forest. We should be alright there. No, I just said we're not. There's no turnings, so you won't go off anywhere wrong. Well, if you want to get somebody else that on, go to the co-op. That's fine. Who is? Message. Leo, hello, buddy. Yeah, I'm slacking. I couldn't be bothered today. Because I ran the marathon yesterday, and I've done this week I've done 157 kilometres. I know what you're going to say. Couldn't I just do the extra 4 kilometres to get to 100 miles for the week? But it should make it easy to see where you are, because then you get to see where everyone, like lots of people. I can take them off if you want. If you look on the right hand side, you can see where the other runners are. But you're at the back there, look. So you're just a bit behind. Camera angles are going off then, folks. No, it's up to you. I just usually stay. Well, no, I can't say what I do normally because I'm all over the place normally. No, Causa Mortis says, "Is this Apple TV 4K quality of Zwift?" No, it's not. This is a PC with a good graphics card. On Apple TV, you won't get as good a quality as this. So the shadow details and things like that, and lighting, it won't be as good on Apple TV. It'll be okay. It'll be quite good, but it won't be as good as a PC. The best way to do Zwift is on a PC with a big screen and a good graphics card, as with all games. So we're going through the old mining town now in the desert. Victoria's up to 3.62 kilometres. So Eddie is on. David Tiplade is on 24.4. So, and Jason Mitchell is as well. So we can assume that Eddie is on about the same as well. Leo's done nothing this morning or this afternoon except make Sunday lunch. Nice. Good job, Leo. Nice to see you resting as well sometimes. This week I've done 157.3 kilometres. So I just need to do, all I would need to do is like another 4 kilometres today to have done 100 miles this week. But I'm not going to. I'm going to belligerently stick at 157. I think over the next 3 weeks, one of those weeks I will hit 160 kilometres. I'll definitely hit a 100-mile week at some point over the next 3 weeks doing these Eddie Izzard challenges. Stephen Smith, good afternoon. Hello, how are you? Kathy, wait till we all change our names to Eddie Izzard. That'll be funny as well. Right, Marcus Holmes needs to do 20 miles today to get to 100 miles for the week. That's a big ask. Marcus, are you going to do it? Is that 20 more miles, or is it 20 miles in total today? Because have you already done quite a bit of that? Yes, Stephen, I'll do that. It's just finding you. What's your? Because if you you just called Stephen Smith? Because I imagine there are quite a few Stephen Smiths. Right, Jason Mitchell is definitely doing the whole thing. He has bribed the wife with pizza, so that's all good. Yeah, I don't bribe Victoria. I just say I'm going to run a marathon today. She's quite happy with that. Yeah, Stephen, there are about 6 billion Stephen Smiths on Zwift. I wouldn't know which one is you. Oh, hang on a minute, Stephen Smith under 15. Is that you? Yes, I've got you. There you go. It says you're age 19 here. Oh, is that just because you need to lie about your age to get the account? I see. I won't say anything. Hello, Jeff. Oh yeah, Marcus, it's a good thing we aren't streaming. Marcus, it's a weird thing, right? Your messages are coming up in orange as though they are direct messages, but I assume they're direct messages to Victoria, but they're not coming up on Victoria's chat. Maybe are they direct messages to me then? No, they can't be, can they? No, I don't know. Yeah, it can't. Yeah, so that's come up on the screen, Marcus, but it's not come up on Victoria's chat, which is a bit odd. Victoria seems to think it was something I did last week because we had somebody causing a few problems last week. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Debbie Colville. Hi, Debbie. No, we have got you on a follow. Victoria is following you. Test to the group, test received. We've got that. And that has come through on Victoria's chat, Marcus. Hold on 2 seconds, children are calling me. I'm still absolutely freezing. I might go and put a hat on in a minute, I think. Buenaventura, hello, buddy. Paul Ramby says good afternoon. Paul Deering says Colville is in the house. So we're up to 4.6 kilometres. You can see in the bottom right corner there, that's Eddie's stream. If you want to go and watch Eddie's stream, you are more than welcome to. He basically talks constantly, interviewing different people. Some of them are just random people who've emailed in and asked to be interviewed. Others, he does have some famous names on. Leo sent a really long message. Am I reading? Which bits am I reading? I think on average, not that it just works for me, but 60 to 80 mile a week is enough. Yeah, I agree. You don't really need to be doing 100-mile weeks every week by any means. As long as you're running outdoors, doing hill sessions, speed work and recovery runs, using the treadmill to stay injury free. But also I find using the treadmill after being outdoors running indoors helps with recovery. Yeah, I agree. Lockdown and COVID are giving me a new outlook on treadmill running, and no matter what people say, treadmill running works 10,000%. Yeah. Had to take the wife to work at 7 a.m. and it's my off day, so went for a 6-mile walk. It was so cold. Yeah, well, we've been out this morning running with the children. We do normally on a Saturday or a Sunday we do a family run of around about 4 or 5 miles. So we did that this morning up on the hills, and it was cold, but it feels colder standing here because I'm not moving. Well, we're only doing so many miles at the moment because we're doing this Eddie Izzard project, and it's forcing us to do more. I wouldn't have done 150 kilometres this week if it hadn't been for doing this Eddie Izzard challenge. So over the next 3 weeks, I will probably be doing more mileage than I would normally do. Normally, I'd be hitting around 100k a week, which is around, like Leo says, around 60 miles a week. I am also meant to be training for an ultra at the end of February, but we're not entirely sure that's going to happen. But it's good to be putting the miles in, so hopefully, even if it's flat treadmill running, we'll get outside and do a bit of hill training, and we'll see what happens. But obviously, total treadmill running like we are doing at the moment is not the best training for a very hilly ultra marathon, but you make your sacrifices, don't you? And I think we've committed to this, so that's what we're doing. Grace says a weekend family run sounds lovely. Yeah, we enjoy it. It's good. It's good. Sometimes we just go flat along the seafront, and other times we go up on the hills. Andrew Usher couldn't quite face 3 hours of running today, so just did 10. And Andrew's now on 142k for the week. Nice job, Andrew. Good work. You'll notice most of us are wearing blue today. So the idea was we really wanted some virtual running kit that says I ran with Eddie or something, but unfortunately Zwift HQ have made it quite plain that there simply isn't time. Apparently it's 3 months lead time to get virtual kit organised, so it can't be done. So we've just taken to all wearing blue for these runs. Debbie Colville wants to know, is Victoria up for stopping for a wine pit stop? She would have been in her younger days, Debbie. I think she's more likely to have a cup of tea these days. Yeah, she's got tea, look. That's Victoria's tea. Paul Ramby Stride arrives tomorrow. No success with the Phoenix 6. So when you say no success, do you mean it wasn't very accurate? Because I wouldn't have thought it would be. If you're trying to get pace and distance from your wrist, it's never going to be great. Jeff Partridge says he didn't get the memo about the shirts. That's no. You can easily just go into the menu while you're running, Jeff. It should be all right. Victoria didn't get the memo, and we changed shirts mid-run. And if you can quickly go to the menu, go to the garage, change your shirt, and come back, you won't lose too much time. Paul, good luck with your stride. People have mixed results on the treadmill. It shouldn't be too bad. The thing is, with the stride, it'll be consistent across all paces. So from slow to fast, you will get consistency and reliability. What you won't necessarily get is the same accuracy as your treadmill display says. So if your treadmill display says 10 kph, you'll probably find that the stride will say 9.5. All right, Jeff's going to wait until the next pit stop to change shirts. Leo says, how I see it is, even if we're not running outdoors, so be it, as long as you're keeping your cardiovascular going, you're going to be in peak condition regardless. Going forward, no races to come this year, so be it. But at least you can look back and say, I never gave up and stayed strong. Yeah, I agree with that. I think all of us have had to run more on the treadmill recently, really. It has been more difficult to get out and do your usual outdoor runs. Yeah, even though we had lockdowns last year, both Victoria and I clocked more miles last year than we'd ever done before in a year. But a lot of my miles were treadmill miles. Right, so David Tiplady is on 26.4. Rebecca Wensley, 28. Rebecca, how come you've got more miles than David Tiplady? Oh, have I read it wrong? Oh. Yeah, you've got 2 more kilometres than David. I'm not talking to you anymore, Marcus. You'll get me in trouble. Talk to me when you finish your 100-mile week, Marcus. Only 13 to go. Just a half marathon left, Marcus. Just a half marathon left. Still haven't worked out why your messages aren't coming through to Victoria's phone, though. Who's the other person doing the full? Oh, yeah, David. Yeah. Thanks, Leo. Jeff Partridge, second highest year for me in 2020, but most miles on the treadmill. Yeah, that's nice. Have you and me, have we given up ultras outdoors now? Should we just run on the treadmill from now on? Let's forget about outdoors. Who needs the real world? Yeah. Really? I didn't know that. Blimey. Crawley beat Leeds in the FA Cup. That's amazing. All we need to hope for now is that Marine can beat Spurs later on. So Marine are, if you've never heard of Marine FC, Marine are a little tiny Liverpool football club just round the corner from where my mother lives in Liverpool. And I've been to see them play once quite a long time ago. So yeah, it's essentially this afternoon is essentially Liverpool against Spurs. So we're fingers crossed for a Marine victory against Spurs this afternoon. I don't think it's going to happen, to be fair, but well done to them for getting to the third round. Jason Darby gave his treadmill away 2 months ago. He's scuppered. Well, what are you going to do, Jason? Yeah, it's just an excuse to buy a better one, isn't it, Jason? That's all it is. Chris is hoping Brighton can beat Newport. Possibly. You would have thought they should be able to, wouldn't you, really? Oh. What do you call someone with no arms and no legs in a pile of leaves? That was terrible, Rebecca. Russell. 2:30. Yeah. We know that one. What do you call a deer with no eyes? How long does it take, Ludovic? Leo says, why did the girl and boy take a pencil to bed with them? I don't know, Leo. Why did the girl and boy take a pencil to bed with him? Chris Simon says, just got a stride yesterday, much better results when using it with Zwift. Yes, it depends what you had before, but yeah, you will most likely get better results with the stride than with most other things. Marcus Holmes says, Eddie should steal some of this joke material, it is gold. Basically getting his set ready for him for tonight. So you can see we're running through the desert. This is about a 10k route through the desert. Once we get to 10k, we'll start to veer off, and we'll start going through the Titans Grove forest. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. That is terrible. Paul Deering, just done 13 miles outside, now running with you all in Eddie's gang with wet socks. Oh no, couldn't you change beforehand? Chris Sussex Geezer says, what did the bra say to the hat? You go on ahead. I'll give these two a lift. Oh no. Jeff Partridge just says, has Rebecca got a big box of Christmas crackers left over? Is that where she's getting her jokes from? What, you have to live with the wet socks? That can be no fun, Debbie. Rebecca's trying to move on from toilet humour. He's walking. Yeah, he needs to slow down. See, now if we put the camera angles on... No, I'm just saying, but if you had it, you could see where he is, you see, because you'd swing round. Okay, well, let me just swing round. Just slowed down because we think Eddie's walking. Let's just have a look at the stream.
Back on the 10th of February last.
So Eddie's walking there.
And, yep, we are going.
So we're just walking as well to let Eddie catch up. Eddie will do this fairly regularly where he'll run for 20 minutes or so and then have a little walk and then get going again, and then every hour or so he'll have a proper break where he gets off the treadmill. She gets off the treadmill. Let's get you some of the... Right, there's Eddie right back there in the pink shorts. John Hancock's on board. Wanda Archer is with us. Ramos is with us. Andrew Cutmore is there as well. Kathy says, I keep whatever camera angle it has where you look back at yourself. So you can keep track of Eddie better that way. Yeah, I think what Victoria finds is she gets a bit dizzy when the camera angles are on. So she's not keen on having the camera angles. I sometimes persuade her to have them because it looks better for the stream. Fair enough. 3 hours of whizzy camera angles is going to send Victoria's head into a spin. Right, Eddie's just catching up now with us, or with Victoria. So Andrew Cutmore is on 4.9. Eddie Izzard is on 27.9. Jason Mitchell is on 28. And we're off running again. So Eddie tends to run at around about 7.5 kilometres per hour, which is 8 minutes per kilometre. Yesterday, we actually sped up towards the end and we were running a little bit quicker. And it does seem like Eddie's slightly more comfortable now running these marathons and getting into it a bit more. And yesterday, there was no major fatigue at the end. Although you are tired, it was much less major fatigue at the end of the marathon. 28k up now for Eddie, so we've got 16k to go, 10 miles left. Hang on, 14 to go, 9 miles left. My maths is not good. Yeah, 28. So 4k to go to 32, and then it's 10 after that. So 14 kilometres, about 9 miles, just under 9 miles. Rebecca Wensley's on 30k. That's a good shot with all the blue shirts, and then Eddie with the pink shorts running through the desert. So we're coming up to the town now. This is the modern town at the end of the desert. Again, there we've got Eddie's stream, bottom right there. Eddie does have the Zwift screen in his top right-hand corner. So it's nice that Eddie is showing the Zwift screen to everyone. Are you warm enough? So you can see from Victoria's splits, although actually you can't see Victoria's splits at the moment because we're on the side camera. Hello, camera 2. But we've done a comfortable 8 minutes per kilometre, pretty much every kilometre so far. 7k in for Victoria, nearly 8k in for Victoria. There you go. If you look to the left of the screen there, you'll see the splits. And above that, heart rate is 117 for Victoria. So again, comfortable there as well. Looks like the wrist-based heart rate is reading fairly well. We're doing the trick where you put the watch on the underside of your arm. So it's reading the inside of your wrist rather than the top side of your wrist, which seems to give slightly more reliable results, it seems. And yeah, we're having problems getting Virtual Run connected on the watch as well. So if you've got a Phoenix 6 watch, or if you've got a 945 or a 245 Garmin watch, you have a feature called Virtual Run, where you're supposed to be able to connect up to your computer or your iPad, iPhone, and you just simply use your watch to run and broadcast your heart rate. But we've been having a bit of trouble lately getting it connected. So we're using Ant Plus for the heart rate today. But we seem to have a fairly solid signal, so that's pretty good. Eddie coming up to 29 kilometres now. Tina Beard, hello Tina. Tina's just back from walking the dogs. And is saying, have you warmed up now, Victoria? And she has, yes. Although she's still wearing her gloves. But mind you, yesterday I had to put my gloves on towards the end of the marathon because my hands were so cold. My body was nice and comfortable and warm. And in fact, I was wearing my vest, just my vest by the end. So my core was warm, but my hands were freezing. And it was weird because every so often it kept going, my right hand would be warm but my left hand cold, and then my left hand would be warm but my right hand would be cold, and that kept swapping over 2 or 3 times during the run. John Drummond has joined us. Hello John. Right, I'm just going to go inside the house. No, I'll go inside. I'll go inside. So the children have come back from the shop. They were given £2 by Grandma to spend on sweets. Elsa got sweets. Ellis bought himself a coffee for £1. My 9-year-old son chose a coffee. Oh dear. Oh yeah, like father, like son. Yeah, exactly. Tina says the blue looks good. Yeah, it's quite good. I know, Jason. Yeah, children have changed, haven't they? So we're coming through the town. And once we get out the back of the town, we'll be on the outward route and going to join the forest at Titans Grove. Eddie's coming up to 29.5 kilometres, so not far off 30k now. That'll leave 12 to go. If you want to go and watch Eddie's live stream tonight, stand-up show every night, 7 p.m. And you can go buy tickets at Eddie's website, eddieizzard.com. So the live running stream is free every day. You don't have to pay to watch the live running stream, but the live stand-up show you do pay for that. Obviously all the money goes to charity. Eddie's raising money for a number of charities. Off running again, guys. Eddie's off moving. Eddie's got the Zwift stream big at the moment. Let's just have a listen to what they're saying.
If I look down at that, you can see that at the top corner up there.
Can we hear that?
And
oh, it's gone. Hang on. Vic, can you press Tim again there?
for contacting through to the Zwift.
Right, I'm just wondering if Eddie's saying anything about Zwift.
Oh, yeah. And I've got a little water thing there. I've got a clock over here. But, that's what's going on. And little bits of food balanced here, which I can't really see. So I've got lights on my face. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. This is from Mary Howman, which is a very timely question. She says, "Hi, well done for all you were doing. How do you manage to run and talk at the same time? I can never manage this."
It's not easy. As you can probably hear, I struggle to get the words out.
I wonder if somebody had just asked a question about Zwift.
But the talking helps.
I just had a little listen, and it seems like they're doing question and answers. So it may well have been that Eddie was asked a question about what Zwift was or something like that, which is why they had the Zwift screen quite big. Right, Victoria's just hit 9k in 1 hour 16 minutes. So the last 2 kilometres have been slightly slower. I think Eddie's done some walking in the last couple of kilometres. Matt Renshaw's with us. Hello, Matt. Yes, Jason. Looks like Eddie's pretty comfortable now. He's getting into it. Victoria's always comfortable. Half marathon's easy for Victoria. Victoria's relatively comfortable at this pace. This is fairly comfortable for Victoria. Victoria's kind of hoping that she can get a few miles in and maybe might think about doing a full marathon with Eddie at some point. Eddie is about to hit 30 kilometres, so 12 to go. We are counting down. Just go slower and Eddie will catch you up. The good thing about the desert is there's not that many turns, so you can see quite a long way ahead, so that we know Eddie is behind us. Paul Deering's here. Hello, Paul. Eddie is having a pit stop. Time to stop. Hello, Monica. Chris Simons said, we watched your Ultra playlist on your Film My Run channel yesterday afternoon. Very inspiring. Thank you, Chris. John Hancock is off. He's done 2.5k. Thanks for coming along, John. Debbie Colville hasn't stopped her treadmill yet. Usually 5 minutes pit stop. Monica says, yesterday's soup looked amazing. My husband bought me tea. Nice. John Hancock, we're talking about Marine, which is a tiny football team in Liverpool, playing against Tottenham Hotspur today in the FA Cup third round. Football, soccer in the UK here. It's like a team of giants against a team of minnows, basically. So we're all hoping the minnows can do something spectacular, but it's unlikely, to be fair. So here we are, all standing in the middle of the road in the desert. And if we just whiz the camera around, you can see behind us. I don't know how far behind Eddie is, but I can't see Eddie's pink shorts there anywhere. Maybe just in the far distance we can see Eddie. So anyway, Paul Deering's just behind us, and Jeff is just in front of us. Jeff Partridge just in front of us. Debbie Colville's just in front of us. Kathy is just in front of us as well. Marcus Holmes is just behind us. Still moving, Marcus is though. Marcus is just overtaking us. Where's Marcus going? There he is. Whizzing away. Oh yeah, he must be making up his mileage. That's what he's doing. .88 ride-ons for Victoria at the moment, so let's see if we can get to 100. That would be good. There you can see, bottom right, you can see Eddie is having a pit stop, so his stream is kind of stopped for the time being whilst we wait for Eddie to come back. It's fairly straightforward, Monica. All you have to do, there is a little microphone button. Now, if I hang on a second, if I can. So this is the iPhone, and the chat box is just here. So you click the chat thing, you get that. And then here, just there, is a microphone thing. You press the microphone thing and it changes to a voice wave, and you can see as I talk it's typing the text that I'm talking, and then you just press send when you're ready. But obviously I'm not going to send that nonsense. So that's what you do. But you often find you have to speak fairly slowly and clearly to make sure it doesn't make any massive mistakes. Right, Eddie's moving again, so we're off. Why don't you if you stay still and let him catch you? Oh, he's there. He's 6 seconds behind us at the moment at 30k. No worries, Monica. Yes, you do. Monica, there are lots of commands that you can use. So full stop is one of them. Exclamation mark, question mark, comma, all those usual things you can do. You just have to say the word full stop. The problem is, what if you want to actually have the words full stop written down? That's the problem that you've got sometimes. There are some things that are commands. That, you know, if you want to say we're going to do a full stop at the end of this section of the run, obviously that wouldn't say it would be a period. So it's you know, there are things that you have to deal with. Oh yeah. I haven't got camera angles on. It just needs to press. Yeah, we just need to press the right button. Hang on. It's not doing weird things. It's just that. Yeah. Right, Victoria's not far away from 10k now. 300 meters to go. Kathy says, if I can manage to put my coffee down, I'll get on for a few kilometres. As we always expect you to, Kathy, at the end of the marathon, the last 5 to 10k, Kathy normally jumps on and throws the food around and the drinks. Adam's not here today, though, so there'll be no requirements for gin. So either everyone else can drink the gin, or you don't have to bring the gin, Kathy. Just leave it in the cupboard at home. Debbie Colville's up to 5.7k now. Jeff Partridge on 5.6. John Drummond is on 2.6k. Sussex Geezer's on 10k. Jason Mitchell's on 30k. Rebecca's on 33k, nearly 34k. So you should start to see a few people joining actually in the last 10k. We normally get a slightly bigger crowd towards the end of the run. Rebecca is tired. Too close to the end to give up now, though. Yes. In Britain, full stop means period, yes. Jeff Partridge is already requesting wine, and Kathy hasn't even got on the platform yet. Well, it's not just for homeschooling that Jeff needs wine. Jeff needs wine because he's Jeff. he's an old drunk. Right, we're now running through the forest. So give it a few minutes and we will see some dinosaurs. Oh, no, that's not what we want. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, I've put my fingers on something. So we're heading into Titans Grove, which is a right turn now. Monica says, Victoria, how are you?
Good, thank you, Monica.
Jeff has had the heating on in his garage, so he's got his shorts on. Rebecca wants a takeaway tonight. We had fish and chips last night. That's kind of a takeaway, isn't it? It is a takeaway. Kebab, pizza, chips, Chinese, Indian, anything will do. Right, Victoria has hit 10k now. Eddie is about to hit 31k. 11 kilometres left, just over 11 kilometres to go. One watt taken. I'm not following what Jeff's saying now. See, he is drunk. He's making no sense. Oh, I see, there's no heating. You're just warmer. Okay. What, it is just warmer where you are? Right, okay, fair enough. No, it's still absolutely freezing here. Amy Green has joined. Hello, Amy. If that is Amy and not Aaron Green from Australia. I think it is Amy Green. Let's just double check. Yeah, Amy's here. The balmy southwest. Yeah. It's always summertime in Cornwall. Or Devon, or wherever you are, Jeff. I don't know where. Where are you, Jeff? I can't remember. Are you in Gloucestershire? No, that's not right. That doesn't sound right either. Jason Mitchell says it's lovely in Cornwall today. Bristol, there you go. I actually knew it was Gloucestershire kind of way. Although when you do any... Rebecca says I was already thinking about it. Not that I know, says Jason. I've been stuck on the treadmill most of the time. When you do the quiz, where you have to name all the counties of the UK, Bristol is its own county. The city of Bristol, you have to list that separately from Gloucestershire. Well, that's when I do the quiz that I do. You have to list Bristol separately, like you have to list where. Yeah, no, but it's not like that on my quiz. My quiz, you have to do the City of London separate to Greater London. You've got Greater Manchester. You've got City of Bristol is separate to Gloucestershire. You've got the County of Rutland as well. You do not have to do Bournemouth separate to Dorset, though. No. But you have to do the Isle of Wight separate to Hampshire. I've tried to memorise American state capitals and I'm useless. I can do all the states. I know all the American states. So if you give me a blank American map, I can tell you where every state is on the map. But I can't do the state capitals yet. And I can do every country in the world as well, pretty much. I know where every country in the world is. North Dakota is right at the top. With South Dakota right underneath it, Minnesota to one side, and Idaho to the other. No, Montana to the other side. You can't catch me out. Actually, Marcus probably will catch me out in a minute. Jeff agreed. Yeah, Bristol is separate. I'm outside of the boundary to the north, but Bristol postcode. Okay. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, no, I don't know the country flags. That is true. I'm rubbish at country flags. Bismarck. Okay. No, I mean, I wouldn't even suggest that you test me on state capitals because I don't know. I really need to set that as a challenge to try and do them, because they are, yeah, they're really bad. I think Sacramento is about the only one I know, to be honest. Right, Victoria's nearly at 11k. Debbie Colville nearly at 7k. Eddie Izzard is at 31.6. Oh no, now that's a challenge. Marcus Holmes is saying we're going to have a state capitals quiz on the 31st of January. I've been doing American state capitals for about 3 years, and I still haven't got anywhere near them. All right, I'll think about it. I'll give it a try. Along with all the other things I have to think about on that day, I'll have to think about trying to remember some state capitals. All right. John Drummond, 3.9k. Amy Green is nearly at 1 kilometre. Paul Deering is at 4.5 kilometres. Rebecca Wensley, 34, nearly 35 kilometres for Rebecca. Amazing. Jeff Partridge is on nearly 7 kilometres. Matt Renshaw, 2.8. And Chris Sussex Geezer, 11.4 kilometres. Ramos is on 1.1. Well done, Jay Ramos. 11.1, sorry. Did I say 1.1? I think I did. So it's not a massive group around Eddie this afternoon, but it's a tight-knit... Adam Koffler has just joined. So Adam has joined us, Adam Koffler. He has done, I think, pretty much every day this week, at least some miles, some kilometres every day this week. So he's joining us for the last 10k, and he says busted. Yeah, clearly he realised that around about now is when Kathy joins to pass the gin around and the cookies and the donuts. She's not quite here yet, but we have been informed that she is on her way. Right, Jeff Partridge says South Gloucestershire is a separate county to Gloucestershire. Well, not in my quiz, it's not. I've got Gloucestershire as one big county. Yeah, there's it. Right, isn't there a difference between there are different kinds of county, aren't there? Like, because you've got East Sussex and West Sussex, but actually it's just Sussex, isn't it? Is that not right? No, that's not right. Yeah, there are counties that to do with like where the council is. Like the council rules a certain section, so you might have a South Gloucestershire Council and a Gloucestershire Council. But in terms of geography, Gloucestershire is just one county. I'm not sure. I don't know. Right, Adam, if you're not in blue, just jump into the menu, go to the garage, and get yourself a blue T-shirt. Apparently I'm wrong. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying what I think I've heard. I don't know. Like, don't tell my quiz that it's wrong. Right, I'm going to do something now. No, hang on a minute. I haven't seen David actually for a little while. I hope he's not disappeared. David Tiplady was doing... Oh no, we think David might have dropped. Oh gosh, that's not going to work. I was hoping to find the quiz that I do, but I can't find it on there. That's too dark to see. That is. Let's lose it. We'll lose that. I had an idea, but I can't do it. Right, Tina Beard says I'm waffling. Unitary Council. Okay, so what? Mrs. P, Mrs. Partridge works for South Gloucestershire, so we should know. Okay. So maybe my quiz is just wrong then. Right, I'm looking it up. Wikipedia, here I come. So much chat going on, it's difficult to make sense of it all half the time. I think it's good that Eddie keeps the pink pants, to be perfectly honest, because then we can identify Eddie from the rest of us. Yeah, always good. It's always good to move from fart jokes to geography. It's always an interesting move, I find. Ryan Downey says, "Hello, Victoria. You're looking strong." Yes. Have we passed any dinosaurs? Because I haven't seen any yet. To rate someone means you say if they are. I didn't catch that, Marcus. Sorry, I missed it. It was too quick for me. Right, Kathy needs to change her Zwift clothes. Yes. Who's this naked runner everyone's still on about? Hang on. Okay, right. This is what the official Wikipedia entry says. South Gloucestershire is a unitary authority. However, it is part of the ceremonial county of Gloucestershire. There's a dinosaur, there's a T-Rex. Yeah, so it's a unitary authority, South Gloucestershire, but it is still part of the ceremonial county of Gloucestershire. So it's not a ceremonial county on its own, which is why it's not in my quiz as a separate county. Yes, Kim, glad to see Eddie's slowing down and is stopping for a break, perhaps, or just walking. Walking, says Eddie. Eddie's just walking for a bit. Jeff Partridge says we don't do ceremony down here. I pay my council tax to South Gloucestershire. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you, Jeff. Kim Salt, yes, glad to see Eddie on this route. Yeah, we had this conversation yesterday. I don't know if you know the name Richard Mellick. Richard runs with us sometimes, and Richard is part of Zwift HQ but based in London, and he is one of the people who sorted out this project for Eddie on Zwift. And we spoke to Richard yesterday and said maybe we could change the routes today, because we'd been doing the beach path and the run route in Watopia for the past 8-9 days. So we thought it was nice for a change. So I think Richard must have suggested to Eddie to do Titans Grove and the deserts today. So that's why we're here. Right, I found my quiz. Look here. and it's not split as far as I can see on my quiz. But that's not to say that South Gloucestershire doesn't exist. Anyone who lives in South Gloucestershire, we recognise your independence, and we would vote for you in an election for sure. Right, Kathy McManus is with us. Kathy is here. Jason Mitchell says, note to self, don't drink a cup of coffee while running on the treadmill. I do that quite a lot. I just have to slow myself down. Victoria is suggesting that Adam might be having slow gym, but we don't want Adam to have slow gym because we want him to run vaguely quickly. We don't want him to slow down. Victoria also says that's not funny. People don't get my humour. I'm funnier than people believe I am. I'm even funnier than I think I am. Emily Balshaw has joined us as well. So the crowd is growing for the last 8k now. Where are we up to? Right, Eddie is on 33.7, so nearly 8k to go. Marcus Holmes says, I rate Stephen when it comes to comedy. Ryan Downey says, my first legal drink was a slow gin fizz. Right, apparently Jeff says, on the Ordnance Survey map and in the COVID tier areas, Gloucestershire is split into Gloucestershire and South Gloucestershire. Interesting. And controversial. That's very strange, isn't it? So some t-shirts are appearing in different colours on different streams. Oh, we've just cut across Adam's text there, whatever it is. Unpredictable. Right, Chris is complaining there's too much UK trivia going on. Hang on a minute, Chris. Weren't we just talking about American states and American state capitals? We can try and list all the Canadian provinces if you like. New Brunswick, Quebec. That's about it. Newfoundland, Alberta, British Columbia. What else have we got? There's that weird Nuncut or whatever it's called. James Island or something. Yeah, I'm doing it. And there's that one, yeah, Saskatchewan, yeah, whatever that one is, yeah. Nova Scotia, that's the one I was thinking of. New Scotland, yeah. What's the little island called? James Island? No. Prince Edward Island, that's it. Prince Edward Island and Nunavut, yes. Very good. Awesome stuff. So, right, that's it then. What's in the shed in England, Adam?
Jack it up.
Oh, I don't believe it. That's terrible, Rebecca. I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Okay, 10 provinces, 3 territories in Canada. Very good. What are the 3 territories then? I didn't get them. No, Adam. Right, Ryan Downey is telling me that Newfoundland is pronounced Newfoundland. Is it? Is it really? Right, Ryan Downey says, I looked up 2 UK maps and neither of them has the same counties listed. For example, one lists North, South, East and West Yorkshire, but another one has West and East Riding. Yes, so Yorkshire is definitely North Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and East Riding of Yorkshire. East Riding of Yorkshire, yeah, something like that. It's not called East Yorkshire, definitely not. There's definitely the word riding in there, East Riding of Yorkshire. Eddie says he's walking, she is walking, but it looks like Eddie's up ahead, is that right? No? Yukon, that was the other one we forgot. So the territories are Nunavut, Yukon and Northwest Territories. Okay. Okay. Right, so Eddie Izzard is now on 34.5 kilometres. Emily Balshaw 1.1. Jason Mitchell 34.5 kilometres. So Jason is going to do the marathon again. Jeff Partridge is on 9.6 kilometres, chatting about pretzels and peanuts on flights now. Debbie Colville is on 9.8. Victoria is on 13.8 kilometres. Yeah, I think we've been on flights. Victoria says we've been on flights where you can't have peanuts because somebody has an allergy. Yeah, very annoying for those of us who like peanuts. What else have we got? Chris is on 14.2 kilometres. Chris, yeah, I mean, I've heard this before, but Chris has been around a long time. Chris is originally from Sussex, which is why he's called Sussex Geezer, but has lived in Canada for a long, long time now. Right, we're off again now. Eddie's running again. Right, Tina says it's time for the music monitor to step in, so I just need to get in here. There we go. Music has changed. You'd also be interested to know, Ryan, there is no county called Wessex. Wessex does not exist. But there is a tiny little county called Rutland. Rutland. I've no idea how old Chris is, to be honest. I suppose I can find out if I just look at his profile. Thierry Macklin, thanks for the ride on.
Ride on!
14 kilometres up now for Victoria, so 7 to go. Marcus, I don't know. I've never seen the citizenship test. It probably should be. Right, Ryan Downey says, see, I can't help it, Chris, if people keep asking me questions about British counties. Karen Ardilio has joined us. Nice to see Karen. Stephen would be kicked out. I don't know, Ryan. Counties do you want to memorise? Go all along the bottom, so you can go Cornwall, from left to right, Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, Hampshire, Somerset, Dorset, Hampshire, West Sussex, East Sussex, West Sussex, East Sussex, Kent, and then you can go up and along, you've got Essex, then you've got Greater London and the City of London right in the middle. Then you've got Middlesex and Surrey. And then you're moving across a bit more. You've got Oxfordshire. And then over again. What's next? What's over there? Wiltshire. And then Gloucestershire, and then the city of Bristol, and South Gloucestershire, of course. So that's all the bottom ones. You can memorise all the bottom ones. Yeah, all the south. The south is where you want to remember, Ryan. That's the important ones. The ones in the south. Right at the top, you've got enormous counties, like North Yorkshire is enormous, Cumbria is enormous, Northumberland, they're right at the top of England. So Cumbria on the left, Northumberland on the right, and then you come down, you've got small counties of Durham and Tyne and Wear. Then under that, you've got the massive county of North Yorkshire. Then down a bit further than that, you've got the massive county of Lincolnshire as well. You've got Norfolk and Suffolk down the right-hand side as well, coming a bit further down. They're quite big counties. Then you've got all the Yorkshire counties, North Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire and East Riding of Yorkshire. Hello, Karen. We haven't warmed up any mince pies today, have we? We've only got 6.5k to go. We haven't warmed up any mince pies. Why is that? Yes, it's because Victoria's running. I missed Berkshire, you're right. Baines, where's Baines? What's Baines? I don't know what Baines is. I always find it difficult to remember the top of London. So you've got things like Bedfordshire and Hertfordshire, and I can never remember where they are on the map, like exactly where they are on the map. Rachel Patricia says, nice crowd today. I'm running in New York, but watching along here. Oh, hello, Rachel Camp. Hello. Thanks for the commentary, she says. Well, the commentary seems to be all about geography disputes at the moment. Like, well, we're not disputing Canada. We've discussed all the Canadian provinces and territories. Adam now wants gin. We've discussed some American states, and we've also had a little conversation about American state capitals, but I don't know anything about them, so I cannot really join in with that discussion. Well, Enfield is a town in Essex. So Enfield... Oh, Bath and North East... Right, no, I'm not getting into this. I am not... There is no county called North East Sussex, Jeff. Or Bath. There's no county called Bath either. Now, don't stop winding me up. Jeff, don't winding me up now. There is no county called North East Somerset. I'm not having it. I am not having it. Bath and North East Somerset. Who ever heard of such a place? Let's drop some ride-ons because we haven't done that for a while. Right, ride-ons for everyone who hasn't got them already. And we have 6.5 kilometres left to run. Oh, here we go. Is this? Yeah, but this is another. Is this another unitary authority? Baines. I bet it is. It's not on. It's not on my quiz. It's not on. I'm only going on my quiz. Bath is in. I don't know. It's on the. Is it on the border of Wiltshire and Gloucestershire? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what my phone says. Actually, I could ask Alexa. I'm going to go over to the corner and ask Alexa. Right, Alexa says Bath is in Somerset. So not Wiltshire, not Gloucestershire, Somerset. That's the traditional ceremonial county that Bath is in. Yes, Scotland has counties. Oh, they're not called counties though, are they? What are they called? Chris Sussex Geezer is going to be getting very annoyed with us going on about this. Oh yeah, they are called counties. So you've got Aberdeenshire and Ayrshire and Banffshire and Berwickshire and Caithness. I don't really know the Scottish counties, to be honest. I've never investigated them. Victoria's now just about to hit 15. There she goes, 15 kilometres done. Debbie Colville wants anything alcoholic. Oh, meant to be Paul. Right, Chris is just happy to be kept amused. Okay. Boom! What's Debbie been given? Marcus likes the bourbon, apparently. Somebody's saying hello, lovelies. Oh, Uni. Uni Rex. Uni is on. Hello, Uni. Oh, right. The Scilly Isles are their own thing, aren't they? I think. It's like, is it like Guernsey and Jersey and Alderney? They're their own. I don't think they're quite. It's not quite. No, it's not a crown dependency, is it? No. What is it? Yeah, the Scilly Isles. The Scilly Isles are something different. They're not in a. They're not a county. I think they're not even classed as their own county, are they? The Scilly Isles. Are they part of Cornwall, Jeff? Do you know the Scilly Isles? It might be that they're part of Cornwall. Yes, part of the Duchy of Cornwall. There you go. So are you saying that the Duchy of Cornwall includes parts of Dorset? Oh, now it's getting confusing. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we up to now? We must be getting close to 6k to go. Guy Mieres has joined us. Yeah, 6k to go. Hello, Guy. So we're at 36.2 kilometres now. Kathy McManus is passing napkins around just to make sure you don't get frosting on your face from whatever she's handed round. Is it donuts? What's she handing round? Marcus Holmes reckons this video is going to pop up on geography lesson searches in YouTube. Marcus says, who was the first Queen of England? Depends who you're... Because are we counting Boadicea? Or not? It depends if we're counting Boadicea or not. Oh yeah, that's a point. So it's either you get either Boadicea or Queen Mary, probably. Everyone else is too busy eating at the moment. Yeah, no, we've talked about the Scilly Isles, haven't we? Remember, we were talking about the Duchy of Cornwall. Oh, what are the Scilly Isles? The Scilly Isles are just a collection of islands off the coast of Cornwall. Yeah, very tiny. Right, I'm still eating cookies. Skittles. Chris says he's waiting for my daily announcement. The daily announcement will be along in about 500 metres time.
I'm toast.
Oh yeah. Clara is with us. Hello, Clara. Oh, 400 metres now. Oh yes, Marcus, there are lots of well-known FKTs. The main one being the Pennine Way FKT, which is about 268 miles. Now this is where Jeff Partridge does know way more than me. He knows nothing about the counties of Gloucester and Bath, Somerset, Wiltshire, and what was the other one? North East Somerset, for goodness sake. But he does know about the Pennine Way. So yeah, probably the most famous FKT in England is the Pennine Way, which is 268 or so miles. And currently held by Damien Hall, my old buddy. Where 36.9 kilometres, coming up to 37k now. Rachel says that my Dave has done the Otillo swim run on the island, the Scilly Isles. Says it's an absolutely beautiful place. No, when we get to 37.2, Adam says the hill is killing him. Is that psychologically killing you, Adam, or have you actually got the incline on? Jeff says Damien who? Parkrun to go, everybody. Parkrun to go. Bob Graham is probably as famous. Yes, I guess so. And we can't forget poor old John, can we? Who broke the record and then a week later had it taken from him. John Kelly, of course, from the States, who lives now in near Bath in northeast Somerset. Eddie Izzard is now talking to Julian Clary.
I walked up.
But Julian Clary is not on video.
Which is no great feat by comparison. But when I got home again and was sitting down, my legs were sort of humming, you know, they're kind of buzzing. I don't know what that is. It's just kind of my muscles registering that they...
Clara Davies has changed her costume to blue.
6 months probably.
It could be that. I thought you were based in... Are you based in Brighton and London, or is it more London now?
No, I had a flat in Brighton years and years ago.
Oh, right.
But no, that's no longer with us. No, I'm in London. I'm in Camden Town, so I'm minutes down the road. It was very sunny yesterday, and there were so many people on the top of Primrose Hill. If you please, the police arrived and asked us to disperse. So I felt very cutting edge. All it was such a lovely day. So many people had the same idea at the same time. Let's go up there. And there was a man up there with 2 parrots flying around, which was became a bit of a performance. So people were gathering around to watch the parrots. And yes, then the Rozzers came, Eddie, and reminded us that there was a lockdown and we shouldn't be doing any such thing like that, enjoying ourselves on the top of Primrose Hill in such vast numbers. So we had to go home.
Well, I can understand.
Yeah, so don't know how long you want to listen to Julian Clary for.
I know. I was walking along with my husband, and we were within a few.
Yeah, I've been to Damo's place. Well, not to his house, but I've met Damien up there in Bath and northeast Somerset and Wiltshire. Is that now? Can you not join those together? Can we not have Bath and northeast Somerset and Wiltshire? Bainsaw. We can call it Bainsaw. Just have like one big county of northeast Somerset, Bath and Wiltshire. Bainsaw. That's what it would be.
A tricky thing.
But you sound like you're fading away slightly. Are you having a tired moment?
I'm having a little tired moment. I was going to ask you. Well, this isn't a question, but.
Right, there we go. I've taken that off. If you want to go and listen to Julian Clary talking to Eddie Izzard on Eddie's live stream, you can go and have a look at that on Eddie's Facebook page or Eddie's YouTube channel or Eddie's website, eddieizzard.com, where you can also buy tickets for her stand-up show tonight at 7 p.m. Yeah, I don't know, Rachel, what the original plan was. I mean, Damien did say that they had discussed it, but I don't know whether they definitely were ever going to do it at the same time and cross paths. I don't know for sure. Well, I'm only making it up the same way you are, Jeff. Jeff's now accusing me of making up counties. Says he, who's just invented Baines, wherever that is. Oh dear. Right, Paul Deering says Marine are 3-0 down after only 30 minutes. Oh, well, never mind. Yes, I guess a lot of people were involved in both efforts, weren't they? And actually, yeah, Damien did help out with John, and John was there for a lot of Damien's efforts, so... Yeah, good sea of blue there, running through the forest. Victoria is on 17 kilometres now, so she has 4k to go to get her half marathon. But we'll finish with Eddie. So it depends what Eddie is doing as to how far Victoria ends up running. Probably just a little bit more than a half marathon. It was a fun week that week when they both did it. I enjoyed John Kelly and Damien both running the Pennine Way. Ryan Downey is currently filling out passport information. I have become inspired, he says. Well, you always know, there's always a space on a sofa for you when you come down here. For at least one night, Ryan. We've kept, again, a fairly steady last few kilometres, around about 8 minutes per kilometre, certainly for the last 3 kilometres. A couple of slower ones just before that, and then again it was fairly steady. So Steady Eddie is going to become his nickname again, because she is settling into these marathons now. This is marathon number 10. And it is becoming a little easier for Eddie now. Yeah, both mentally and physically. There, as we suspected earlier on, we were saying towards the end we will get a bigger crowd, and indeed here we are with, 15, 20 people around Eddie now. Yeah, so everyone you can see there, Rachel, in the blue, are all running with Eddie right now, yes. Rachel, well, it's not me, Rachel, that are bringing all these people in. Honestly, it is Eddie that's doing it. And yes, Eddie is watching. Eddie has her own live stream and is watching the Zwift screen, and quite regularly comments on who's running with her. We'll sometimes do a rundown, a list of the names of people who are running next to her. So we do have a lot of contact with Eddie. Well, I say a lot. We do have some contact with Eddie while we're doing this, and Eddie will regularly message us and say, I'm slowing down, or I'm going for a break, or thanks for running with us. And one or two of us, I did an interview with Eddie last week, and Darren Van Dit did an interview with Eddie last week as well. So a couple of us have been on the stream with Eddie chatting. So she is well aware that we are here and supporting. And of course, there are some people who are running very regularly, like Adam, for example, Emily Balshaw, Rebecca, myself, Victoria. Eddie is getting to know some of the names of the people. Yes, we do. I mean, we do help promote it, yeah, and it's good that we're managing to get some people to come on and join Eddie, and we're promoting it through the Facebook page. So, but Eddie's well aware. Jason Mitchell says he's feeling it. So Rebecca is feeling it and Jason is feeling it. Yeah. Four and a half kilometres maybe, is it? Let's have a look. Where's Jason? Yes, ma'am. So Victoria coming up to 18 kilometres. Almost there, says Chris. When you've got 4 kilometres to go, even almost there, even with 4 kilometres to go, sometimes sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Oh, we've got Pavel running with us. Pavel's on 11 kilometres. Hello, Pavel. Eddie Izzard is 38.7 kilometres in now. So just 3 and a bit kilometres to do. Oh, well, it'll tick over to 38.7 in a sec. Kathy McManus, 5.4 kilometres. Adam Koffler is on 6.8. Debbie Colville is on 13.9. Emily Balshaw, 5.3. Rebecca is on 41.9. Rebecca is very nearly there for a full marathon, but is also going to finish with us. Guy Mieres, 3.3. LR from South Africa is on 1.4 kilometres. Victoria is on 18. John Drummond is on 10.8 kilometres. Lee Ryby is on 3.3 kilometres. Sussex Geezer is on 18.4. Kim runs on plants. Hello, Kim, 1.8 kilometres. Emily Finlinson is on 1.4 kilometres. Marcus Holmes is on 32 kilometres, 20 miles for Marcus. Well done. So Marcus has hit 100 miles this week. Who else have we got? There are probably other runners, but I'm not entirely sure. Those are cyclists there, aren't they? Yeah, so we've got cyclists in the list as well, so difficult to make out sometimes. Jackie Ramos is on 18.1 kilometres. But Rachel, I'm not sure what that sentence means. How do I walk from New York to Eddie? What do we think that says? I can't work that out, Rachel. Type it again. Yeah, I'll wait till she replies and see what she says. Adam Koffler's just hit 7k. Right, I think Rebecca's just hit a marathon. Debbie Culver's on 14.2k. Eddie's on 39k. 3 kilometres left for Eddie. Yeah, Rebecca has hit a marathon. Oh, you won't, Rachel, you won't lose miles, but you won't be able to save it all as one run, so you'll have to log out of New York and then log back in to join Eddie for the last couple of kilometres. So stop your run in New York, save it, log out, and then log back into Watopia and scroll down so that you find Eddie and click on Eddie's name. You need to make sure that you're a follower of Eddie, though, because you might have to scroll a long way and do a lot of searching to find Eddie if you're not. But you won't be able to keep it as one run. It has to be two separate runs. Marcus says, good job, everyone. Jeff Partridge is suggesting to Rebecca, you might as well make it 50k. I mean, you're going to 45k. No. Just a reminder, we are looking for as many people as possible to join us for Eddie's final day, the final 31st marathon on the 31st of January. If you can't do the full thing, don't worry, but come and do as many miles as you possibly can with Eddie on that day. There will be quite a few of us, hopefully, running the whole thing. And if you can, that is awesome. But don't try and do something if you're not trained for it. If you don't think you're ready for it, don't do the full marathon if you can't do it. But if you can, please come and join us. Tina says, "Yeah, what are we going to do with ourselves in February?" I have no idea, Tina. It's going to be weird. Victoria is now on 126 ride-ons. Ryby is going to definitely try for the full marathon on that day, on the final day. Good. I'll do that now. So we're going to drop a load of ride-ons again to anyone who hasn't had one from us yet. These are from Victoria. Rachel is in. Yeah, I've seen that, Jeff. Maybe I don't know if it's. I can't remember what the date of it is. Is it this month? If it's this month, I'm not going to be able to do it. Ryan Downey has finished his paperwork. Rachel Camp is in and with us somewhere. What, 50 people to do the full marathon, Adam, do you think? Clara Davies is on 3.2k. Pixie has joined us. Oh, is that Rachel? Rachel Pixie. Yeah, I think that's Rachel. Rachel Camp is on 200 metres. Oh, Valentine's weekend. Okay, yeah, I might do something like that. Yeah, oh, that's for... Yeah, because Tina was asking, what are we going to do with in February? Jeff is replying to that by saying, look up the Centurion One Love virtual challenge. Yes. Well, I don't have to do it on Valentine's Day. Victoria's worried that I'm now planning to spend Valentine's Day running 50 kilometres rather than wooing her. We'll have to see. I think probably wooing my wife is the best option, and running 50k on another day might be better. Debbie Colville is now in unfamiliar territory, says Paul Deering. 13k was previously her longest run ever. Guy Mieris is at 4.5k, Emily Balshaw 6.5k, Ramos on 19 kilometres, Chris Sussex Geezer is on 19.5 kilometres. Kathy says, we better not plan on running long on Valentine's Day. No, we'll get a slap. Tina Beard says, go Debbie. Jeff says, is that right? I mean, as long as it's not Valentine's Day, I might get away with it. Jeff says, my wife wouldn't care. Oh yeah. Yeah. What day is it? The 20th is our anniversary, isn't it? First date anniversary, yeah. 20th February is our first date anniversary, me and Victoria, from about... How many years have we been together now? 12 years? 12 years. So Valentine's Day is important, but also the week after Valentine's Day on the 20th of February is also important for us. Victoria's now at 19.5 kilometres. Come on, Bex. Yeah, probably. Victoria is wondering if all these stationary cyclists are getting annoyed with the runners pushing them out of the way. Oh, wow. Okay. 100k in... That's amazing. Well done, Debbie. Good job. Jeff Partridge got married in Corsham, where Damien Hall lives. Rebecca's cat has just joined her. Did anyone see a video recently? I can't remember was it Monica who posted a video of herself running on the treadmill with a treadmill next to her with her dog running on it? Did anybody see that video? We're getting closer. 130 ride-ons for Victoria now. Amazing. And Eddie is at... Oh, can't see Eddie on the screen. $39. Oh no, it needs to refresh. That does. Hang on. 40.5 kilometres for Eddie. Jason Mitchell 40.5. Debbie Colville is nearly at 10 miles. Oh, Colville spelt wrong, sorry. Tina says, yes, it was Monica. Yeah, Monica posted a video of herself running with her dog running on a treadmill right next to her. It was hilarious. 40.6 kilometres for Eddie Izzard now. So just over 1.5k to go, about a mile to go. Does anybody know, Jason or Rebecca, anyone who's been here for the duration, anyone, or Paul Deering, anyone who's been listening to Eddie's stream, has he mentioned the route at all? Has he mentioned the desert? She mentioned the desert or the forest at all? And have any runners been given shout outs today? Do we know? Ryan Downey, we've been offered. We have offered Ryan our couch to sleep on for at least one night if he comes to England for a holiday, and he's asking, does our couch offer continental breakfast or English breakfast? Neither, Ryan. There's cereal. You can have cereal. Occasionally, we will have English breakfast at the weekend. Mostly in the morning, our kids have a slice of toast or cereal. You can be treated as a child if you like. One of our children, you can have toast or cereal. Oh yeah, Ellis had porridge this morning for breakfast. So there's that. Victoria, for her breakfast this morning, had leftover fish and chips from last night. Victoria has now hit 20k, so just 1 kilometre to go for Victoria. Right, let's see where Eddie is on the map. Eddie is behind you, yes. Yeah, a little way behind you, actually. Jason Mitchell says, no mention of the route, but running got some coverage earlier on. Thanks, Jason. Paul Deering says, I haven't had the audio on for Eddie's stream today. No worries. Ryan, just if you could post in advance the food that you want for breakfast, send it over to us and we'll try and arrange to get something similar in for you. I'm sure what the thing to do, yeah, we haven't got any grits. The thing to do actually would be to take you out for breakfast in the morning, because real British people's breakfast is rubbish. We just basically have cereal. That's it. That's what we have for breakfast in this country. Cereal or some toast. Well, but most people don't even have porridge, do they? They grab a quick thing to go before they go to school or work. We don't sit down and cook a breakfast, and even things like porridge is too much bother half the time for a lot of people. But it's only at the weekend that we kind of sit down and we'll make more of an effort for breakfast. Jeff Partridge commenting on Victoria eating leftover fish and chips. Says classy breakfast, better than a cold kebab. But I'll bet you Victoria has had cold kebab for breakfast before. No, you haven't. Cold pizza, but not cold kebab. So Jason Mitchell and Eddie Izzard are on 41.2 kilometres now. 1 kilometre left. Rebecca is already past a marathon. But he's finishing off with us. Yeah. Kilo? 1 kilo left? Debbie Colville is past 10 miles now. Well done to Debbie. Chris is nearly at a half marathon. Clara is nearly at 5k. Jeff Partridge is past 10 miles now. Well done, Jeff. Great job. Ryby is on... Oh, I've just lost Ryby. 5.8k. Ramos. Well done to Ramos. Is on 20k. Nearly a half marathon for Ramos as well. Lee Ryby on 5.6k and Jackie Ramos on nearly a half marathon. Who else has got a half marathon? Yeah. Who else? You see any other half marathons there? Well done, Clara, hitting a daily target. Can't see any other half marathons, so 3 of you, Jackie Ramos and Chris Sussex Skeezer. Some good distances today. Well done, everybody. Good job. Santiago, hello, buddy.
Hammer time. Right on.
Tina Beard says Jason is doing amazing. Jeff says always have cold pizza for first breakfast after the arc. Yeah. Can't beat a bit of cold pizza after the arc. Yeah. Yeah, we always have a massive cooked breakfast in the hotel afterwards. A few more ride-ons dropping there. And Victoria is nearly done. Eddie is nearly done. Jason Mitchell is nearly done. Rebecca is nearly on 45k. Amazing, Rebecca, well done. Adam Koffler is clapping for Rebecca. Kathy McManus says,
Nice.
and we've got 400 metres left for Eddie now. So Victoria has hit half marathon now. Eddie has 200 metres to go. Just had a little look at Eddie's stream. Thing is, Eddie is way off on a political rant about Donald Trump. I don't think he's even going to notice. She is even going to notice if she's finished the marathon. But Eddie has finished, and she's still running on my stream. Eddie's not even realised, I don't think. Yeah, stopped and done and finished, and that is it. Well done, everybody. Good job. No, it's all the whites don't make it confusing. So Eddie Izzard has finished marathon number 10. And we are all done as well. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done to Jason as well for finishing another marathon with Eddie. And Ryan Downey says, well done, everyone. Tina Beard and Kim Salt, big shout for Rebecca winning today with 45 kilometres, over 45 kilometres. So we're done. We will be back, or I will be back tomorrow. Haven't decided whether I'm going to do a half or just a 10k tomorrow. Probably a half. I'll probably do the half tomorrow, because I'll do shorter distances on Tuesday and Thursday because I've got my Film My Run 500 climb in the mornings. Also, well done to Debbie Colville, 10 miles, great job. Over 10 miles. Very large kraken awaits me, says Debbie. John Farrell says, well done, Victoria. Thank you very much. So we are off. We will see you tomorrow. I think probably I'll do the half marathon. So 3 p.m. we'll be back on tomorrow for me doing a half marathon with Eddie on day 11. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you then. Thanks for all the chat.
Thank you. Bye.
And comments on YouTube and Facebook. And well done to everyone who ran today. Take care, bye. See you tomorrow.